Hello guys and welcome to my new video, and today we're going to talk about the California Proposition 50 that's going to happen in November at the same time as Virginia and New Jersey are going to select new governors, and the Democrats are really focused on this new proposition, new for referendum is going to happen in California because they want to add new extra seats to the Congress in order to be more Democratic seats in 2026 midterms, because the Republicans, you know what they're doing. I've made a lot of videos talking about the redistricting in Texas. Also, the governor of Missouri just approved a new map with adding another Republican district just next to Kansas City. A lot of not so great things about that map, because when you look at the precincts, there's some unassigned or non-contiguous precincts there, but I think they're solving the problem. That's why that map is going to go is going to be up in the 2026 midterm election. Another important thing is Texas added those 5 extra seats to the Republican side. Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, added those, signed it into law, the map, and the map's going to be in play next elections. And then we have, also, of course, Ohio also trying to add extra seats to the Republican Party. Also Florida, also many other Republican states like Indiana, probably adding another one like next to the Gary, Indiana area. People say the Republicans don't like Gary, Indiana. If it's a really Democratic city. The problem here is very simple. Democrats want to pass California redistricting because this will add to the Democrats 5 extra seats. This will at least be a net zero if you consider Texas and California, 5 to the Republicans, 5 to the Democrats. It will be not a win-win. It will be just a lose-lose for both parties. Even though, you know my opinion about the redistricting, this is like with a very smart person in politics would think. This is like the voters are not choosing the politicians. It's the other way around. It's the politicians choosing the voters, and that shouldn't be the case, at least in the majority, at least in every case. And the Republicans and the Democrats both together are doing so gerrymandering in all of the states, because you can say this is the Republicans' problem, it's a Democratic problem. It's not. This is a problem of both parties, because you go to Maryland, you go to Illinois, you go to New York, even California right now has a disproportionate Democratic percentage of votes in terms of the congressional members and the votes they have. If you go to Republican states like Texas, like Florida, like you would say Kansas at a certain degree, you would say, for example, I would say even Wisconsin. It's a very competitive state, even though it has a disproportionate number of Republicans. So you can see this is a problem of both parties, and it's a bipartisan problem in America. Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, as you know him, he's trying to be popular, at least to winning in 2028. That's why I think he's trying on Twitter to imitate President Trump's attitude in terms of the message. He's using a lot of caps lock, trying to imitate Trump, probably getting Trump a little piece out of him. I don't know, but he's at least that is his strategy. And this is the Proposition 50 in California. It will add, as you can see, he authorizes temporary changes to congressional district maps in response to Texas partisan redistricting legislative constitutional amendment. So this is the point. They want to change the congressional districts to this. Okay, this is the new districts. This is the new districts. This is the districts it has right now, and this is the new districts. So as you can see here, this district right here, which is a Republican district so far, it will be a Democratic one, because they will just extend them up to the coast so they can get more Democratic voters next to San Francisco. That's a very important case. Then go to Sacramento, the capital. I touched something that doesn't matter. The capital of California, Sacramento. Here, they split Sacramento into a lot of districts. Like here, as you can see, a lot of districts inside Sacramento now are Democrats, because now they split a lot of them, because they want to shrink the number of Republicans. This could also be a not so great point for the Democrats in a red wave year, because they might pick all of them, and then instead of a gerrymander, it's going to be a dummy-mander, and that has some certain cases. I did make some maps. I'm going to share those ideas, those nasty ideas, because it's not so great to do maps in favor of you. I'm going to share those in another video. It's going to be released on Sunday. Okay, I'm going to share my ideas of my gerrymander of a numerous number of states. I mean, Texas. I'm sorry, I don't know. I know if I do have Texas there. In favor of Republicans and Democrats. I do have a lot of states that I did some maps, and I'm gonna share with you those. And then you go, for example, here to the Los Angeles area. You do have some Republicans there, and they're trying to make more Democratic members there as well. So the point here, when you're gerrymandering, you have two primary goals. It's pack and crack. So you go to a very large Republican member community, you just put all of those in the same district, and you're gonna at least evaporate at least the difference to the 100% from 50 to 100. So if you imagine the Republicans got 80 to 20, the 30% starting from 50 to 80 is completely lost in terms because they don't need those to win this district. So this is the point you need. And then you need to crack. Imagine you have a city goes right here, the city is right here, and you can go and crack the city in half, and then you go, the Democrats are now minority in both districts, okay? This is the point of gerrymandering. Is it legal? Yes, it is. Even though many states are trying to abolish that, you go to, for example, to North Carolina now. They have a huge aggressive gerrymander by the Republican Party, but you do have some fair maps like Virginia. I would say even Pennsylvania. So many states are fair. The other ones are not. So, but the point is, can this referendum pass? Because the point of this referendum, if it doesn't pass, there's no point here, of course. But the Democrats are really confident this will pass, and Gavin Newsom won re-election in 2022 by 19 points. So you would think right now that this is easy to pass because California is a very democratic state. Yes and no, because even though California is a democratic state and the Democrats should have an enormous advantage in terms of passing this referendum, many Democrats are not happy with this. Many Democrats believe this is not correct, because this is gerrymandering. And if the Republicans are doing that, you should not follow what they're doing, and that's probably not going to be correct as well. But many Democrats also believe that this is just a fight, and we need to fight back. And in order to fight back, we should make our own map in order to benefit ourselves, so we can do a little bit of a net positive to us in comparison to other states. That's what many Democrats are saying, and that's what many Democrats are also believing. So you have two examples here. If the Democrats are very happy if the Democrats understand this as a strategy to fight back the Republicans in their not so great, terrible action of gerrymandering states, they will vote this in favor. But if they think it's the other option, imagine the Democrats are doing this, but even though the Republicans are doing it and we need to fight back, this is not the correct way to do it because this is still wrong. You're still making something wrong. At least ethically, if you would call it that way. And even though the Democrats might believe the first one, because I do think this referendum will pass, by how much, that will be the question. I don't think I will pass by 15 points or something. It will be an easy win for the Democrats. But, if this doesn't pass, it's game over for the Democrats in the House, probably. But if this does pass, it will net you at least the Texas seats. Because as you can see here, this is the current map of Missouri. And you do have this map. This is the district in St. Louis and also in Kansas City. And now you do have this map here. You do have the St. Louis district. Yeah, I think it's almost the same. It's almost the same. And then you have this Kansas district here. Look at this. Look at this. This is gerrymandering nuts. People look at this map and they know this is a gerrymander because you don't need to be so smart to do that. And there are some precincts here that are non-contiguous. That's why the Democrats are now asking for a review in this map because they think that this is not constitutional correct. Because you need to have precincts that are contiguous. It doesn't matter. The Republicans will just allow them to be contiguous and that will pass because it doesn't matter. The problem is this is just a rookie mistake, I would call it that way. There. Also, Texas have a new map, as you can see here. Austin and San Antonio had 3. Now they just have 2. They have this. I'm sorry, not this one. They have this one here, and also this one in Austin. The other ones are not. Look at this. Look at this district. It comes right here around Austin, and then it goes. So this is really the point of gerrymandering, as I was saying. Split and crack. Crack and pack. And the point here is, or split and pack. The point here is very simple. This is not correct, at least in my point of view. The Democrats should not do this. Republicans should not do this. We should be a fairer country. We should not have these fights. The politicians should win elections in terms of the voters picking up the politicians and not the other way around. This is my point of view. I hope you like the video. I hope you guys also feel the same, because we should change the current way of America in terms of this district, in terms of gerrymandering. We should not have gerrymandering. We should have an independent commission, but an independent is not like people go to California and it's so called independent, but then you go to the people who actually are making the maps, and it's just a bunch of liberals. Should have an independent commission doing all the maps, and to ensure this is a fairer election, or at least move to a proportional system and don't have this FPTP system. That's another point for another video. So I hope you guys have liked the video so much, and don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. And don't forget, I'm gonna remember you again, November 4th, starting at 6:45 p.m. Eastern time. I'm gonna have a huge live stream covering all the New Jersey, Virginia, New York mayoral, and also this one, California Proposition 50 election. So hope you guys have liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your like, and we'll see you next. Thank you.